Welcome to another video in the Discover Mathematics series. In this video, we're going to see how someone can use algebra tiles to illustrate the distributive property. Okay, let's consider this question of 2 times the quantity x squared plus 2x plus 1. Well, we know when it's 2 times a quantity, it means we have 2 groups of that quantity. So we have 2 groups of x squared plus 2x plus 1. And when we build the second group of x squared plus 2x plus 1, then we quickly realize that this is the same as 2x squared plus 4x plus 2. Okay, the students might notice that it's basically multiplying each of the numbers times 2. For the next example, we have 3 times the quantity x minus 4. So when we go to build the x minus 4, what we're going to do first is we're going to change that to plus and negative, because that allows us the ability to change the order. We have the commutative property when we have addition, but not when we have subtraction. So here we can change this to x plus negative 4. So we're going to have an x plus negative 4. And that's one group. And then we need 3 groups. And we see here that now when we have x minus 4 3 times, we have 3 of the x's, and we actually have 12 of the negative ones. This gives me 3x plus negative 12. Again, we want people to notice that we're multiplying 3 times the x and 3 times the negative 4 is the same as distributing. Okay, in the next example, we have x squared plus 2. So here's our x squared plus 2. So that's what I did here. I built the x squared plus 2, and now I need a negative 1 times that. So the negative 1, this is positive 1, and a negative 1 will give me the opposite. So this gives me negative x squared plus negative 2. I'm going to see a pattern. And here I have x squared plus 4x plus 6 x squared plus 6, and I multiply it times 2, so I have 2 of these. and the plus 6. X squared plus 6. So I have x squared plus 4x plus 6, and then I have two groups of those, or two of them, and now the negative says change the signs for everything. So everything was positive, and now it all becomes negative. It's the opposite sign. If anything had been negative, then I would just change the signs and make them all positive. But since everything was positive, when I change the signs, they're going to become negative. So here, this gave me an answer of, when I multiplied negative 2 times x squared plus 4x plus 6, then I got an answer of negative 2x squared plus negative 8x plus negative 12. Now in this question,
So what I was thinking is, here's
I'm looking
I build
at
the first one, I
multiplying
need two groups of them,
x plus
and then I
1
take the opposite.
times x. So I need x groups of x plus 1. So it's not a number, it's a quantity. So it's going to act different. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my, it's like a little grid, and I'm going to multiply. So I have, I'm going to put my x plus 1 on the top of my grid, and I'm going to put an x on the side. So when I multiply x times x plus 1, x times x is x squared, and x times 1 is x. And it's going to give me an answer in terms of x, or because I have x groups of x plus 1. So it works differently because it's not a number, it's a variable. So x times x gives me x squared, and x times 1 gives me x. So my answer here is x squared plus, it's x squared plus x, and I can draw it out. Okay, for the next example, I have 2x times x plus 1. So I have my x plus 1, and I'm going to multiply it times 2x, which means I'm going to have 2 of my x values. So x times x is x squared, and x times x is x squared, and x times 1 is x, and x times 1 is x. So I see here I have, in here I have 2x squared plus 2x. For the next example, I have x times x plus 3. So it's x plus 1, 2, and 3. So x times x is x squared, and x times 1 is x. X times 1 is x, and x times 1 is x. So I have x squared, x times the quantity x plus 3 gives me x squared plus 3x. Okay, the next example, we have x times the quantity x minus 2. So I need to, first of all, change this to plus a negative 2, because I can't subtract. So this becomes here's my x plus a negative 2. Here's my x. X times x is x squared, and x times negative 1 is negative x. And x times negative 1 is a negative x. So I see here I have x squared plus negative 2x. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So what we see when we're multiplying by x is we can't actually make groups of the variable, the quantity, so we have to just multiply. So we see we're multiplying x times x to get x squared and x times 1 to get x. This students should use the manipulative until they're able to do the calculations correctly without the manipulative. And that completes this video. Thank you. Hope it helps.